All right, Nick, you're back at the scene of the crime, so to speak, where you were supposed to have your last fight, got canceled on fight day. Does it feel good to be back here? Kind of weird? Is it just like deja vu all over again?
No, I've been wanting to fight. It's been a year since I fought, and I'm just kind of dying to get back in there. I have a lot to prove. My body's rested, and I'm ready to go, man. We got some unfinished business. I have nothing personal against Zach Zane, but we trained to fight each other, so we should get to fight each other, even though we had to train to fight each other twice.
Is it beneficial, you think, to have somebody on your mind for that long, or can you overthink things?
As soon as, honestly, I was upset the fight didn't happen, but I didn't know if I was going to fight him again after it was canceled, so I kind of just forgot about him for a little bit and just worried about myself and just trained. And then I told Rich I'm ready to go, and he said, Zach Zane again? I said, absolutely, no hesitation. So I already had I've already done a camp for him. I've done a second one, so same for him. We both have that advantage, so I think it should be a pretty good fight.
Yeah, and you're coming off a loss. I know it's not the first loss you've had in your career, but was there anything you were able to take away from that? Was it difficult to get over, or is it something that you've kind of gotten past at this point?
No, I'm still mad about it. I'm actually still really mad about it, and it's it's bad with me. I don't like the way it sits. I work really hard, and what I did was I just put too much on my plate. I look at myself. If you want something done, ask someone who's busy. So I was moving my gym. I own a gym, and I was building it in the middle of the day and trying to rush home to spend time with my kids, and it was my fifth fight or my third fight in like 4 or 5 months. So I was just burnt out, and my opponent came in super motivated, and he made the best of it. Even though I thought the decision was not the best, it is what it is, and I've accepted that. But I changed a lot of things with my training and my preparation and my rest, and I took a lot off my plate for this camp, so I should be able to perform very well.
Yeah, and I know after that fight they signed him to a multi-fight deal. Is that a rematch you're hoping to get down the line, or is it just if it presents itself?
Yeah, I would like to fight him again because I felt like I got a very motivated version of him, and he got a rundown version of me. Not to say that that's like an excuse, because I should have been more prepared, more motivated. But I've changed a lot of things, kind of a little spark under my ass, and I changed a lot with my preparation to not burn myself out and to prepare for camps, long camps, and not run myself into the ground.
And how was this training camp for you? It seems like these days maybe very few have perfect training camps, but for you, was it pretty normal, or did you have to make some adjustments with the pandemic, or?
I own a business and I have 2 kids under 2, so obviously my life is a little more hectic than most. But I make it work, and everyone I needed for this camp was there. So I wasn't missing out on anyone that I needed specifically, and people came through for me and helped me out. So I feel good. I feel very confident.
Yeah, and talk to me about Zach Zane. You said that he's been on your mind for a while. You didn't know if you're going to get matched up. But now that you've had all this time with him being your opponent for a second camp, can you break him down for me a little bit, and what fans should expect to see out of you two when you get in there?
I haven't really listened to a lot of what he said, or I watched some footage of him the last camp. This fight, I didn't really watch much footage of him. Some people will say that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I leave that up to my coaches, and they tell me the techniques I need to use, and instead of worrying about what he's doing, I'm worried about what I'm going to do. So I know that he's tough. I think he's got pretty good jiu-jitsu, good wrestling, and he can hit hard as a striker. So these are all things you have to be concerned about. But when it comes to fighting, I'm one of the most well-rounded guys, even though I'm known more as a grappler. If you watch any of my fights, you can see I'm always winning the stand-up before it goes to the ground. So there's not much that I'm worried about, as much as I respect him as a man and as a fighter, but I'm gonna have to kick his ass, man. It's I have so much motivation, so much to prove to myself more than anything that this is gonna be a great fight.
Yeah, and in your head, is there any specific way that you see yourself getting it done, or just kind of leaving your options open?
Really, there's a lot of ways to get it done. He's very resilient. I don't think he's ever been knocked out, so it'd be pretty cool if I could do that, but I feel like if I get on top of him, he feels my top pressure, and I can kind of wear him out like that. So really, I'm prepared for anything.
Cool. Appreciate the time, man, and good luck in the fight.
Thank you.